America are all the people who are all not rank holders. They are all second class. Yeah. Some of them probably were sat for several attempts. Some of them have not even completed their course. What way they are different was that they are able to inspire people. They had a long-term vision. They had a passion for what they want to do. And I myself is an example. At the age of 49, I left my job and started this institution. Nobody will experiment to become an entrepreneur at the age where I have become an entrepreneur. Right? I had a passion. I strongly believe that I can make it a success. Whether my vernacular education I had, whether I could speak in English, whether I am an introvert, nothing can stop me from moving what I want to do in my life. Last 1 year I learned the keyboard to the extent of becoming a very proficient player now at the age of 62. There are people at the age of 85, they climbed Everest. Yeah. So what is most important is that nothing can stop you, because great achievers are not the real performers. Tip number 3, develop your general knowledge. Read a lot of books. Very unfortunately that 99% of the people don't have the habit of reading. Today at your age, at least in my time, there was no availability of internet and the various sources of knowledge. Today if you want to know how to make tandoori chicken, go and type tandoori chicken in Google. You will find 5,000 sites telling you how tandoori chicken can be made. Yeah. I asked my son, I am looking for some nice clip arts. And he said, don't you know, in Google you just go and put the topic. I never knew that. I had a set of clip arts I collected over a period of time. And yesterday when I was preparing this presentation, all that I did, I went and put self-esteem, self-respect, self-confidence and whatnot. And it was throwing me thousands of pictures. And it was a lot of difficulty for me to go and figure out which picture is most appropriate and audience of your kind will like. Yeah. So today the abundant resources are available, right? It was not the case what it was on those days. And my own book reading habit came accidentally. Yeah. When doctor prescribed me when I had blood pressure, he said, I'm not going to give you medicine. He said, how to stop worrying and start living by Dale Carnegie. He wrote it in a prescription sheet and gave it to me. I was cursing the doctor. He is useless. He doesn't know what medicine to give me. Why is he prescribing me a book? So henceforth, I become an voracious reader. I know what is the benefit of reading books and accumulating knowledge. Observing people and assimilating knowledge has got anything to do with the self-esteem. So read a lot of books and share your knowledge whenever you happen to meet people. Now all of you are attending this program. You may get some insights during this program, I am sure. There are a lot of eminent speakers are going to come and talk here, sharing their experience. And sit with an open mind. Yeah? Don't try to evaluate, classify, and then try to throw them away. Put it somewhere in the side of your corner and go back and share with your family and friends. You will find to what extent that is contributing to your self-esteem. All of us are born with equal opportunity. Yeah? Whether our nose is short or long, or whether we are very handsome, or whether beauty itself is a relative term. Yeah. So in in Africa, the woman with the biggest lips is considered to be beautiful. In India, a woman having the biggest lips, you will think that she looks ugly. Right? Beauty has no meaning. It's just a relative term. Because white people want to become dark and dark people want to become white. Those who have got hair want to lose it, and those who have lost their hair want to grow it. Makes sense? Those who do not have Mercedes Benz, they feel that when I am going to go in the Mercedes, at least C class. And those who are going in the Mercedes are as miserable as the guy who is sleeping in the curb of the road that we see. So no people are different, I am telling you. But that wisdom you will get only when you grow hair and stand up on the dais and talk to people, younger people in your 60s. Yeah? So don't give too much of importance to whether you are academically a superior performer, other in your own judgment, whether you look beautiful or handsome, whether you have tummy, whether you have got a flat or a beautiful body like Salman Khan. None of them should influence your self-esteem. If it's going to influence your self-esteem, obviously you are not going to make a difference in this planet. Tip number 5. Develop a conversation with strangers. Never feel shy. You are a worthy person. Right from the beginning in our childhood, we have been told that, you see this illustration, I just picked up this illustration. Yes, son, he is a stranger, but in God's house, we welcome strangers just because God does too. We have been told that strangers are dangerous, isn't it? I'm not saying that that's not the lesson that should not have told us. But because of that, we have become so much subconsciously programmed. Now I am a consultant. I meet a lot of CEOs and top executives every day in my day-to-day marketing pitch. This what has been told to me when I was a child is strongly influencing me. He is a stranger. Don't develop a conversation with him. He is a mighty personality in front of you, and you are not as big a person as he is. That influences my performance, right? You must have seen when I came to the dais and was addressing you, I was not as confident person as I am looking now, because the butterfly starts flying in your stomach the moment that you stand up in front of people, right? If I am going to succumb to that pressure and fear, I cannot make sense to you in my half an hour or 45 minutes of talk to you. I need to figure out what influence is happening in my own constitution. I need to overcome that. So you need to know where your self-esteems are and try to take action on them. Strangers are, I'm not saying that doesn't mean that from today onwards you go and meet every stranger and become vulnerable. Please don't take me wrong. But you need to evaluate, this should not stand up in the way of your self-esteem. Develop a skill in the field which is closer to your heart. Right? This is one of the tips I want to give you, that I'm not saying that you are going to become an expert in any one of these, but an art is sharpening your left hand side brain, and it gives you a sense of accomplishments. It gives you a sense of achievement. So when you are trying to undertake this, don't try to go with the warrior frame of mind. Right? Music is closest to God. So it gives you a lot of confidence when you develop these kind of skills. Most important is the auto-suggestion. Whenever you feel that I'm not good enough, keep on suggesting yourself, as the post-it says, I think I can. So put a post-it in the front of the mirror in your house, wherever you are. Probably if you are having a bath in your bathroom, you can put it, and anywhere that it reminds you, because you may think that once I have read it that it has gone to my subconscious mind. Long time back I took a placard, because I was one of the worrying person. I used to get worried about everything. The children has gone to school and whether they are safe, etc. So I got a placard which says, worry is the trouble, worry is the interest paid on trouble before it is due. I wrote a worry management in my blog, which I will probably share with you at the end of the program. Over a period of time, when I get up in the morning, I used to go and read it as the first time I'm reading it. When you get up in the morning, remind yourself that I can. Whether I'm pursuing a good mark in my exam, or whether I'm going to give a speech, or whether I'm going to have a conversation with the people, or whatever, keep on reminding yourself that you can. William James, one of the greatest psychologists in the US who lived in the current century, has done a research that whatever is the feeling you are going through, that manifests in your behavior. If you are not confident, you don't look confident. Yeah? When you go for an interview, for example, when you walk inside the place where 3 or 4 evaluators are sitting there, Your spirits are low because you are worried that you are going to be evaluated, whether you will be able to answer all the questions and so on. So you don't look confident, right? So when you don't look confident, you don't listen to their questions. When you don't listen to their questions, obviously you will not be able to answer. Although I finished my education with gold medal, in my first job I was rejected. First interview I was rejected. So my principal went to that HR department out of love with me, how a rank holder can be rejected. He went and saw in the remarks they have written, his answers were delayed. He came and told me, this is the remark the examiners have written. I answered, but answers were delayed. So when the answers were delayed, you are not showing a sign of confidence. Why you are not showing a sign of confidence? Well, internally you are not feeling good about yourself. Yeah. So when you are sitting in the sitting in the drawing room in your own house, you talk very confidently. When you are sitting with your friends, probably having a cup of coffee or tea, you are looking very confident. But at the same time, talking to few other human beings, you are not confident. Think about it. I am standing here, looking at all of you. That doesn't make any difference to me as far as I am sitting with you across the table, I am talking. Right? It is again how you are programming your own mind. So William James has found out one important finding is, whatever behavior you physically do will influence your mind. Whatever happens in your mind will manifest in your physical behavior. What does that mean? When you walk inside the interview hall, you tell yourself, I am a confident person. I know what I am talking about. I can answer any questions. If I don't know the answer, I am going to tell them I don't know gracefully. Right? But I am not going to look meek. I am not going to look weak. Right? When you are physically walking like that, internally your butterfly is flying, never mind. Right? But you are physically doing it as though you are a confident person, your mind changes its own pattern of thinking. You become confident. Yeah? When your self-esteem is low, keep on telling yourself, I am a worthy person. I am as good as anyone else in this planet. When you keep on doing that, obviously your self-esteem goes up. So imitate like a confident person and you will develop confidence. Most importantly, this is a very interesting research done. The way in which you see yourself, I am just summarizing what I have said, that's the way you do. Just give me an example for you to understand. I felt that I have studied in vernacular medium, so I am not good in English. So hence I am not good in English. If I go to an English movie, I cannot understand the dialogue. Are you with me? If I go to America, American accent, I cannot understand. That's the way I see myself. Are you with me? So because that's the way I see myself, when somebody is talking, when I go to the movie, I am not listening. Because I see myself that I cannot understand. Right? As you see, as you do. Right? If I feel I cannot stand up in front of so many people and then give a good presentation, that's the way I see myself. And that's the way I will do. And that's the way you will evaluate me. Isn't it? So the way in which you see yourself, that is the way you will do. Are you with me? I had one of my friend who was chasing me in my rank. Before going into the examination hall, he will go and refer the notes 100 times. But I will go and sit because I know, if I know the question, it will flow. If I don't know the answer, it is not going to flow. In the last minute, I am going to refer 100 times, only my blood pressure will increase. Right? My thinking ability will go down. Then even the normal answer which I know, I cannot write. Because that is the way I see myself. That's the way I do. And then That's the way the result will be. Isn't it? Then I will go and tell, बोला था ना आपको, I cannot do. You asked me to do. You know the result. So you are going into a vicious circle. The way in which you see, that's the way you do. That's the way you do. That's the result you get. And you go and reinforce, justify that I am not good in English. Are you with me? So how do you break this? Well, I might have studied in a vernacular medium. What difference does it make? There is no one English. There is no English. There's an American English, there's a Bombay English, there's a UP English, there's a Tamil English, Tanglish, English. Nobody speaks good English. Makes sense? Grammatically, if I'm wrong, let me go and improve my grammar. Right? If I don't know what preposition to use, go and refer the plenty of things are available in the e-book. You put one single query and you get 1,500 answers. If you are willing to learn, anything can be learned. So finally,